Hey, 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 y'all. Hey, happy Monday. It's Monday. Monday. How are y'all doing? How are y'all doing? So it is Monday. I'm happy to be here. I'm happy to be alive. I have nothing to complain about. Anything that I choose to complain about is definitely something first world, some dumb first world problem. Life is good. Life is beautiful. So yeah, I had a good Monday. It's good. I'm glad you're doing fantastic. It's 4 o'clock here on the West Coast, 7 o'clock on the East Coast. Welcome if you're new to my channel or you're catching the replay. Hey, those of you that are on Facebook, and then also those of you that are on Twitch. So for those of you that know, I do game also, and I do what do I do? Sims. I like to play the Sims and stuff like that. I haven't simmed on Twitch yet. I haven't streamed on Twitch yet, but I plan on it. But I also know that there's a market for this over there as well. So I'm on 3 platforms now. So welcome on all 3 of those platforms. It's Monday. We got so much. Twitch is just another platform. If you're a gamer, you know exactly what I'm talking about. It's just another platform but mainly for streaming games. A lot of gamers are over there. So, and I've been had one, and I would go on there to when I'm playing The Sims and stuff like that. But I also found out that there's a market. There's a section for talk and entertainment type. What I do. So that's what we're doing. So I'm welcoming my friends that are my family. Okay, that are on Facebook. Hey, y'all. YouTube and Twitch. I hope everybody is having a good day. So far, all of us in the chat, we're having a good day. If you're peeking in and you're like, what is this girl about? Stick around. Today is Monday. There's so much that happened over the weekend that I mean, it's a full-fledged conversation, plus whatever it is that y'all want to talk about. If you're new to my channel, then you probably don't know. But what we do, I usually come in with my own subjects, and then they come in and they may drop and say, hey, let's talk about this. So it's very interactive. My channel is very, 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 very interactive. So if you are on YouTube, which is my main platform, and you are subscribing, if you're on Facebook, leave a comment. Engage, not enjoy. Engage in the conversation. So anyway, I am Melissa. I am your host, and we are live this Monday. If you have not already, make sure you take the time off to catch up on last week's lives. There was a lot going on. And I heard from some of you, and you really didn't want to watch the grief conversation that we were talking about with Kiera. And I promise you, it was not creepy. It wasn't morbid. I don't think it was anything triggering in it. And that's coming from someone that doesn't necessarily like to have those conversations. So, but it was a very, very, very good conversation. So before we get to our lineup, let's go ahead and invite everyone to like this video, leave a comment, share. Y'all know how it is. Y'all know what we say. I say it every week, and your other favorites say it as well. So let me get my hellos and heys out the way before we get to our first topic. So we have Royalty. She says, hey queens. Hey Royalty, thank you for joining us again. I'm gonna scoot this little chair up, make myself comfortable and short. I got short all of a sudden, probably because I am short. But anyway, hey queens, hey Royalty, just me, mod extraordinaire. How are you doing? It's Monday. Yes, I'm doing fantastic. I'm glad you're doing fantastic. So I explained Twitch. You have to put me on that. Call me when you get off. Okay, I will try. When I get off here, my plan is to go straight to the gym. It's been hell trying to carve out time to do that between everything that we have going on. So I told myself today, you are going. So if I don't call you, charge it to my gym routine and not because I didn't want to speak to you. But I'll definitely text you maybe while I'm on the treadmill or whatever. Anyway, Ruby says, hello, everyone. Hello. Good to see everyone. So everybody's weekend went well from the sounds of it. We had a pretty quiet weekend. We went to the kids' club football. Sunday we absolutely chilled, and then it was my cousin's birthday, so then we got seafood. So it was just a normal weekend. Nothing, no adventures, no travel, nothing like that. But that's what we doing. That's what we did. So let's get to the first topic that I want to discuss. And then again, as you guys are coming in, make sure you're engaging. Because I will tell you, drop a heart if you agree, a shoe, not a heart, a shoe. I'm the shoe one. All right. So what is it that I want to talk about first? Let's get the happy, easy stuff. Well, let's get this foolishness out the way. So y'all, if you don't know what this is the luggage conveyor belt at the airport. Okay. And if you don't know, if you zoom in, yes, that is frozen chicken wings. Frozen chicken wings. So I follow this channel that has like TSA craziness on it. And this was posted, airport stuff. And this was posted, and they were like, I guess the box was ruined during transit. And yeah, so I'm always very leery. I know people do it all the time. I'm very interested when I'm picking up my luggage when I'm traveling and I see salmon. So like if I'm coming from Seattle or if I'm going to Seattle, whatever, you'll see people with salmon, depending on where you're going. So like if you're going to Florida, they'll have Florida stuff or whatever. And so I don't know where this person was coming from, but they were like, look, it's chicken and I'm packing my chicken. And I don't know what happened between takeoff and landing, but it's hilarious that the airport staff, the luggage handlers or whatever they're called, they was like, well, we don't have a box, but we just gonna put it on a conveyor belt and hope for the best. So yes, y'all, that is the luggage carousel. Okay. I cannot. So when I saw it, I was like, okay, we got to talk. I got to show them this on my channel. So yeah. So if you're just peeking in, hey, it's Melissa. I have a whole host of stuff that I want to talk about. And don't forget, if you have something that you want to talk about, leave a comment down below. So yeah, I wanted to share with y'all, pack your chicken a little bit better. Yeah, because whatever this was in originally, it didn't make the flight. It didn't make the flight. It made the flight, but it didn't stay in for the whole flight. So anyway, that's that. What else? So let me, I'm gonna delete stuff as I go so that way I don't do it. Have y'all been, no, I don't want to do that because that's gonna be something hilarious. So this is a campaign ad for Old Navy, and Old Navy has decided to no longer separate their plus size clothing. So this is an announcement that they made recently. So if you are a plus size woman, then, or just any woman really, you know, when you go, or most stores have the plus size separated from the standard size clothing. So now Old Navy said, we're not going to bod shame, I think they called it, and we're going to keep the clothes together. Do you like that? Leave a comment down below. Do you prefer it all together, or would you like it separate? Leave a comment down below. Let me know. Hey, Melissa, how are you? How disgusting about the chicken. I know, Tanya. Crazy, crazy, crazy. Hey, Wanda, leave a comment down below. When you're shopping, do you find it better? Do you find it more comforting to have the clothes separate? What about when you do you shop at like specialty clothing stores for plus size women? Me personally, I think it's a good move. When I'm shopping, I just shop and I get the size. I honestly don't necessarily have to go to the plus size. So my only concern is an extra large and plus size is going to be different than an extra large and standard size. So hopefully the marketing and the labeling of the clothes will match, because you know that will help too. I recently saw the ad, reminded me of the conversation about Lizzo. Yes, it did remind me of Lizzo. I think it's a good move. So if you're just tuning in, we're talking about this ad where Old Navy has decided to join all sizes. They're not going to have a separate plus size side, and they're not going to have a separate side for quote standard sizes. It's just gonna all be together. Like I said, my only thing is if extra large is going to be extra large, if large is going to be large, because you could have a 1X, you know, so that whole thing, y'all know with sizing. So hopefully the sizing will match and it will be, yeah, I think it's a good idea. I think it's a good move, not a big deal. I think to me, instead of plus size or not, petite and tall is more important because I'm very short. And if I hate when I get something that's tall and it's not labeled, or if the brand itself runs tall. To me, that's more important than plus size or not, because I can look at a large and hold it up, or extra large or medium. So and we're all the same. Like I said, it's not we're all the same. We're all shopping in the same store. So that doesn't bother me. But I think when something's petite, like I have a very, if you don't know petite, a lot of people think petite means like small, like skinny. That's not what petite means. It's like your torso, like you have zero torso. And that's what I like. I'm petite. Like I literally, this is how much torso I have, like side. And so that's petite. So petite, so my jackets can be cut off shorter. And so, yeah, I think that's more important to have labeled and separated petite, or whether something is wide or longer, tall. I think that's more important to me. So yeah, Superstar says very nice. I agree 100%. When I saw that, I was like, yeah, I need to share that. So leave a comment down below on that and we can keep the conversation going as far as that's concerned. What else did I wanted to share? Many prayers to Jesse Jackson, him and his wife. It's been reported that they are in the hospital with COVID. So he is old, 78 or something like that. And she's like 76. Don't quote me. They're definitely in their late 70s. And COVID's not good on anyone, but we definitely want to keep him lifted up in prayer. Everybody, not just him, you know, everybody knows someone that is dealing with this COVID thing. And if you haven't seen the last video, I talked about how our school system is handling it or not handling it. And we talked a little bit about, you know, my son's exposure to it. And, you know, just to catch you guys up, I did put it on my community tab. His test definitely came out negative. Thank God. Praise Jesus. But catch that video so you can just kind of catch up on the conversation that we're having surrounding indirect and direct contact and what the schools are advising. And you will be really, really shocked to know what they're advising as far as their protocols for who gets to stay home and all that stuff. So that's that. So down the docket, we're definitely going to talk about this crate challenge. And then I want to park on Miss Shacarri Richardson. That's the topic today because, yeah. So anyway, before we get to those things, y'all, Pfizer's COVID vaccine gets full approval from the FDA. Full approval. Now, my question is, those of you that have been apprehensive because the vaccine was not fully approved, are you now more inclined to take the vaccine? I think not. I think that there are some people that I think less than 1% will be moved by that to take the shot. Y'all already know my take on this. Exactly. Superstar Graham says the approval doesn't mean anything. My take on this is this. I don't think anyone that has had the shot should be criminalized and politicized and all this stuff. And those that haven't. I'm a strong believer in self regulation. I don't think any of it should be mandated. And we're headed down a slippery slope. And that's whether you took it or not. Whether it's FDA approved, it will probably ease the mind of some people, but at the same time, which is fine, which is absolutely great. And if they want to take the shot, they should. My biggest thing is these mandates. We are about to see some things as September comes, as October comes, as these people are mandating these vaccines. People gonna jump ship. I mean, because I know me, if I have a really strong conviction of not getting something or not doing something, there's nothing that you can do to peer pressure me. I don't do peer pressure very well at all. Like, you cannot peer pressure me. If I get in trouble, it's because I did whatever I did or whatever. Like, no one can say, "Come on, Melissa." I've never been that type of person. If I don't want to do it, I'm not going to do it. So no amount of money, anything. And I believe that people should reserve their choice to be able to take it or not. Now, we can have the conversation, what's best for everyone, what's best for the country. That's a separate conversation. But I just feel like, not I feel like, I believe that it is a slippery slope to begin to mandate these things, because um, I know that certain things can be manipulated for whatever. So then it's like, oh, we're gonna take everyone. And I know it, I'm very dramatic. Y'all know that. So um some people are like, oh, it won't get that bad. But to me, it does open the door to that. That's how you have a China, they don't do it now, but that's how come in China they were like, you know what, you can only have one child, or, sterilizing women or whatever. Like, it can snowball. So this mandate thing, I'm not with at all. I understand that people believe, and I don't know, people believe that it's best that we all are vaccinated and everything. All that's good, great, and wonderful. But I do not believe in this mandate. And I'm telling you, I believe that we're going to see a mass exodus from jobs, teaching jobs, healthcare jobs, and wherever else where they're actually mandating. Listen, you're not going to convince anybody that's already don't want to take the doggone vaccine. That's just the bottom line. Whether it's approved, mandated, or not, people will leave first. And I think that they're going to leave. Give me a thumbs up if you think that we're going to see a mass exodus in the next couple of weeks as these companies are requiring it, or give me a thumbs down if you think, nah, it's not that serious. Let me know. And while you guys are letting me know, I'll read the comments. I think that it was a ploy just to get people to get it. Okay. That's a stance. Like, that's a valid point. I'm not against the shot. It just doesn't change my stance. I don't think that it's a bad thing, since we've had shots since birth. I just don't want to take it, period. And that's your choice. That's your absolute choice. And I think, my husband and I debate this, and I think he kind of sees what I'm saying. I'm like, I don't want to take anybody's choice, because when it comes down the road to sterilization, or nobody can wear contacts, or freaking whatever, like, listen, I don't mean any disrespect, but we're living in a world, in a society now where just all kind of stuff goes. So nothing surprises me at this point. Nothing surprises me. So because nothing surprises me, nothing would surprise me as to what lengths that something would affect me. And I don't want nothing mandated on me. So, it's the same thing. I have the same point when people are like, it's my right to have religion in schools. You better be careful with that. Because here's the thing, whether you agree with it or not, Satanism is a religion, whatever else. I mean, people worship trees and everything else. So while you're going, oh, I want religion in schools, remember, it's also going to be legal for all these other religions to be taught and exposed to children and stuff like that. So it's the same thing, snowball effect, that I believe that we really need to be concerned about, because these mandates can open the door to other mandates that you may say, you know what, I took the shot, so I'm good. Mandate who you want, but it's the shot today. But what is it tomorrow? What would it be the next week? What would it be? Whatever, oh, I'm telling you, because I don't put anything past society nowadays. Nothing. Because people do and say whatever they want. That's just me. And it might be my conspiracy theory side, or even my rebellious side, because as much as I am a rule follower, I'm a rule follower to the point where you're not going to tell me what to do. And I just don't believe that people should. Again, I'm not against the shot. I'm not against any of the vaccines. As far as, if people want to take it or not, there's other vaccines that have been out that I was very leery about, and I didn't have my children take it. But then there were some that, to be perfectly honest with you, you know, when they say, oh, they need the MMR, they need the H, a lot of times, you know, I tossed the paperwork and just trust it, you know, or I knew a little bit about it or whatever. But you can feel however you want to feel about it. But I see 3 thumbs up. So again, leave some thumbs up if you think, as I'm saying, where it's a slippery slope. And it's okay now because you think, oh, it's just a shot. But what about later? What about next week? Like, what about, I don't like it. I'm keeping them both in my prayer. Yes, please do keep them both, and everyone else. Like, it's just, I was gonna say Byron Cage's father. He announced today that he passed away. Oh Lord, let's remove this. Let's block you real quick. So let's block him. Okay, so anyway, it's getting worse. It's getting worse of mandating on the jobs now. That's my whole point, Royalty. It's not just mandating. So the military has already said that they're going to mandate just jobs. Like, you know, I'm not saying Walmart is, but I'm just naming just regular everyday stores and companies and stuff like that are now requiring it. So it's just a slippery slope, friends. Leslie says, yes, I agree. Superstar agrees. Tiffany agrees. Again, it's very easy whether you took the shot or not. But it's very easy if you're someone that did take the shot, right? And you're like, oh, it needs to be mandated. It's very easy to sit in that seat because you took it and you decided to take it or whatever. Or even if you didn't, to say, yeah, you can mandate it over there, but what if it comes near you? What if it comes to your thing? So yeah, no. You can't make people do what they don't want to do. Wanda, I agree 100%. And in theory, I believe that that's true. But, you know, this country has a way of kind of pushing things on people when it's the benefit of the 1% or 2% or whatever. Konnichiwa. Drill sergeant has been blocked. People going to leave those jobs. Absolutely, superstar. People, I know I would. I know I would. I'd be looking, as soon as they said it, I'd be looking for a job as I'm sitting at their job. I tell you, because you don't, it's the mandated part. Like, The only reason why I took the shots is because I have stage 1 breast cancer. Oh, Wanda, I did not know that. I pray healing, complete healing over you and everything else in your endeavor. You know, after so Royalty said the only reason why, Wanda said the only reason why she took the shots is because she has stage 1 breast cancer. So I know some people took the shots for various reasons. I did a lot of research and everything, and I was comfortable taking it. But that being said, and when I say I did some research, I did some research, and I researched both sides, and I see both sides, and I researched both sides, I see both sides, and I made the best decision that I felt for me. And I don't regret it at all. I didn't get any side effects or anything like that. But I also am I'm kind of a conundrum because even though I took the shot, I do believe and do understand people's apprehension, and I understand the different theories and conspiracy theories, for lack of a better term, that are out there, you know. So I'm on both, like I'm in the middle. Like I'm gonna be over here and be like, yep, I understand that, and then I'm gonna be over there. But I made the decision. But in making that decision, for me, I'm not pushing it on anybody else. If y'all know, as much as we've been talking about it, like this is my first time where I said, well, maybe not. No, I don't know, but I don't mind if the topic comes up. Hey, Melissa, did you take it? Yes. What led? Because at first I was completely against it. My husband was for it. I wasn't, and I was like, nope, nope, nope. But after speaking to people in the medical field, scientists, and other people, and actually doing my own research, looking up case studies and stuff like that. Long story short, I made the decision. But just because I made the decision for me, I do not want to push anybody in that decision. That's not right. That is not right. And I'm gonna tell you right now, these mandates, like I said, people are gonna start jumping ship. I've already started looking. Yes, praying healing over Wanda, complete healing for sure. So that's my take. FDA approval, not this, that, all of that is not going to change people's mind. And like I said, I know I'm a conundrum because it's like, well, you took the shot and that's my business. I did it because that was my business. So you do whatever you feel like you need to do for your business and for your body. And I'm not going to criminalize anyone for not taking it. And I don't come at me because I did. So that's my take on it. It's personal choice because I don't want anybody's personal choice to be taken away in any regard for anything. Okay, we just have to be very, very careful. So anyway, if you're just tuning in, make sure you hit the like button, make sure you share. Hello on Twitch, hello on Facebook and YouTube. If you're just joining in, I'm Melissa. We're just having a discussion on a lot of stuff, but we just kind of landed on COVID as usual. It's a big topic. It's a topic that's really not going to go anywhere anytime soon. And so I like to get you guys' update you guys, but also get you guys' opinion. We just keep that ball rolling because I believe that we all have some level of not necessarily anxiety, but a level of concern. We all have some level of concern concerning this virus. Those of you with little children, you're wondering, the reports are very bleak for the little kids. So it's just a mess. So I want to make sure that we use our platform responsibly, where everyone can have a voice. We can agree to disagree, and that's what we do. We agree to disagree. We don't have to, but also just making sure that we all remain safe and we do whatever we need to do to mitigate the risk. That's my bottom line. That's my point. Thank you. Wanda says, thanks so much for the prayer. You got it, sis. Now that I know that, I will definitely be keeping you in prayer for sure. Superstar says, but I have looked into just in case I change my mind in the future. Superstar, it was not an easy decision for me. Like I said, I talked to a lot of people. If I can, what happened was I was against it. And my husband, this was months ago. And so we traveled somewhere and we were at this place and this lady was there and she was talking, of course, because everybody was talking about it. You get it, you got it. She was like, you know what? I got it, but I was against it at first. And I said, well, I'm not getting it. At that point, I'm not getting it. And so she was like, well, why? And so I told her my list of concerns. She said, I had the same concerns. Let me tell you what I did. She said, my daughter's husband is a epidemiologist and someone else she knows is a blah, 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 blah. And she said, I sat down and I asked them all these questions. They showed me in research. They showed me what this meant, what that meant, or whatever. She said, you really should get the shot. This is why. I know people, because at this time, like this was like last March. March. This was March. So she was like, I know so many people that are in Florida and they're passing away. And the people that aren't passing away are the ones, generally speaking, because we know that there are breakthrough cases that are bad. She was like, but they aren't passing away. Da, da, da. She said, you really need to consider what he said. And then, listen to that. I also know scientists. I know someone else that's an epidemiologist. So she had me peaked. And if you know me, like I said, I'm the conspiracy theorist, chief conspiracy theorist, but also I'm going to do my research. You're not going to just tell me anything or whatever. And that's, I was this leery about the HPV one. I didn't like that one either. I didn't like that one either. So anyway, so I went home. We arrived at the airport and I did my research. I talked to my friends, the scientists, the doctor, the this, the that. And then I went and found the actual case studies. So that was my degree kicking in, because we have to analyze cases and stuff like that when you're in psychology, most medical fields. So I was like, okay, well, let me look that up. Let me look up these case studies. Let me look up what the results are. Let me see what all of that looks like. And after weeks of, or however long it took me to do my research and talk to people that looked like me, talk to people that was my age group, talk to people that may have had the handguns, talk to people that was um, educated, talk to the scientists that I knew. And then I just made the decision. So again, but it took a lot of research, and also considering both sides. So for an example, do I think that there's a chip in the thing? I don't think there's a chip, y'all. I really don't. But if you do, that's fine. Because to me, there's way more ways that they can track us than putting a chip in that darn thing. Um, and there's so much out there. There's so much out there discussing it, and you just have to make the decision for yourself. This is my first time telling you guys my story behind it. Um, I I didn't want to expose my mom into it with anything. She's in her early 70s. Well, she's 70. Um, I just felt like it was the best decision for me and my family. So, with that being said, I don't want nobody telling me, you know, well, you need to start convincing so and so and so and so that they need to get it. Absolutely not. Like, that's people's business. That's people's business. That's their body. Because when I was against it, um, I didn't want nobody telling me I had to take it. So don't do that. I had zero side effects both times. The first time I pumped myself with all this water, um, and I didn't have any side effects. And then the second dose, nothing. So I'm one that and I do believe, just like so many other people, before we knew there was a COVID, I do believe that I was sick, like our whole house. And it was so funny because my it started with my daughter, and she got a notice saying, oh, her teacher had whooping cough. And now we know that probably was not whooping cough, because I remember not being, oh God, it was horrible. It was the worst I've ever felt. I remember laying on my back, not feeling like I could breathe or whatever. So this was what, 2 years ago, COVID March. So I didn't want to feel that again. And just like we all are speculating, like, you know what? I was sick around that time. I probably had COVID. Child, we probably did, to be honest with you. So here on this channel, I like to talk about it. I like to give you guys my take on it, the updates on that's coming out. But what I won't do is criminalize you, demonize you, politicize all of this, and be divisive. We're not going to be divisive on this channel. If you took it, you took it. If you didn't, you didn't. But I'm not going to be like, oh, you're ruining, like, there's people, oh, how do they say, you're not for the people and all such stuff. You know what? My body, my choice. And I believe that 100%. So that's my take on it. I received the HPV a few years ago before I went to college. Yeah, they said it's really good. But see, back when it first came out, it was kind of like this vaccine, where it was not much literature about it. They really didn't know what was for it. Then you had some people sharing videos that the kid took it and they ended up like this, and their kid took it and they were fine. So it was pretty much the same thing. And I just felt I didn't like it. I didn't have any effects from it. Good. Lakeisha, hey girl, good to see you. So if you're just peeking in, like Lakeisha and Andrea, good to see you guys. Hope everyone is having a good day. Yes, we are all having a good day. We're just chilling. There's a few things that I already went over, and then we're going to kind of park on Miss Shacarri, because I think that that's going to be interesting to talk about and get y'all take on it. But if you haven't already, if you're on Facebook, you're on Twitch, you're on YouTube, make sure you like this video. Hello, bless. Hello. Make sure you like this video. Make sure, if you haven't already, you like what you see on this channel. Hit the subscribe button right now. Hit it right now. I'll wait. Hit the subscribe. It's on this side. Hit the subscribe button. But more importantly, don't just hit the subscribe button. Make sure that you are interacting. This is an interactive channel. So it's not just me speaking at you guys. I go live and we talk, and that's what we do. And we get it all out. Sometimes we get it out in an hour. Sometimes we get it out in 3 hours. I think we even had a 4-hour live before. And I know there's people that stream way longer than that, but I'm just saying, my point is, go ahead and hit the subscribe button. Okay. All right. I just had a slight fever from the second shot. Yeah, everyone that I know, who do I know? I know someone, she had a slight, like she was out. She was out for the day and just down for the count. And that's what I'm saying. Like the first shot, most people are like, oh, I was fine. Second shot took me out. So yeah. Oh, superstar, Shacarri gets on my nerves. I'm sorry. Listen, you already know. You already know. We're going to have a great conversation about Miss Thing. But right now, we're talking about that. How are the cases looking for those of you with little kids? So you got to catch up if you haven't caught my last live. Those of you with little kids, just really, really make sure that you are proactive. I shared a little bit about the fact that, you know, these exposures and how who they're telling to quarantine. And I feel like a lot of these classrooms need to get shut down, personally. My mom went to Costco today. She called me. Well, she was over and she said they are now limiting the amount. We're back to COVID, first wave. They're limiting the amount of water that you're taking, and they're limiting the paper products and the Lysol and stuff like that. So if you have not already, you need to begin to stock up, because unfortunately, I think part of my anxiety surrounding all of this, for lack of a better term, is the fact that I'm waiting for the hammer to fall. I'm waiting for that phone call. School will be closed. I'm waiting because it is that bad. Like, we have a map here in Arizona where we can go and look at, you know, the cases, what everyone is looking like in the whole entire state. And I'm telling you, the entire state is red. And there's a little old section that's not red, but so you can look it up by the entire state, which the entire state is red. We're seeing over 3,000 cases a day, new cases. This is back in 2020 numbers. Like, what in the world is going on? So I looked up the kids' specific schools. They are in the red, high risk of exposure. Now, here's the thing. If y'all remember back when we were under the previous administration, they had already told us, the CDC and everybody else, like, hey, when these districts get to this place, they should close down, or they should get, you know, this risk level, that risk level. They need to do this. Well, they're not doing that, y'all. So because they're not doing it, it's causing a lot of anxiety among parents, teachers, the school boards. Everybody's fighting. Everybody's fighting. Everybody's trying to do what's best for the children, what's best for the schools. And here's the thing: none of it is working. So I'm really waiting for the hammer to fall. That's what I'm waiting on. I'm waiting on it to fall. But in the process, I'm looking at the signs. I'm looking at the fact that some schools are passing out laptops again. I'm looking at the fact that, you know, like she said, she went to Costco and they were like, 2 things of water and that's it. That's it, you know, paper goods, whatever. We're not doing that. And for us, pre-COVID, just because we live here and just because the size of our family, whatever, like we would go and get 10, 15 cases just off rip. Can't do that no more. So I'm just telling you, look at the signs, look at what's going on in your town, in your city, and just really, really stock up. It's time. It's time, y'all. It's absolutely time. I don't know. You need to prepare. It's time to prepare again, y'all. I really, really think so. Look at your numbers. Look at what your city and your state is reporting. It is time to prepare. And even if there's not a complete shutdown, you're going to have so many pockets of people quarantining. I know someone that is a teacher in Houston, in the Houston area. They just had a meeting today, Monday. Hey, we have an astronomical amount of kids that are in quarantine, and then they're trying to decide what to do. I know here, like I said, watch the replay. I'm not going to go over it, but I know what the school administrator told me, you know, when I was talking to them about my kids. So it feels like there's a whole lot of cases, a whole lot of quarantining, but the schools are like, shh, 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 because it's not, you know, thank God, it is the older people, but it's not them right now. It's not them, it's the littles. Ruby says, my 5-year-old granddaughter and my son caught it while I was there visiting. No smell was the only side effect for my son. Nothing with my granddaughter. I tested negative, but I had the first vaccine. Nice, Ruby. Thank God. And I'm glad they're doing well. I'm glad, the no smell was the least that he had, and that you tested negative. Now, Ruby, do you have to quarantine just because you had a direct contact, even though you tested negative? What are you doing as far as that? I left my guard down with my family. I still wear my mask. Absolutely. I think we all been guilty of it, especially if you're vaccinated. You let your guard down. Some people. Pam says, hello, everyone. Hey, Pam. Blessed. It is all about the money, because if you remember COVID, first wave COVID. Again, I was looking at the signs and I kept saying, so I was wondering when school started back up. I was like, they're not going to go back to school. They're not going to go back to school. And so I had friends that had their kids, they were going to college. And I was like, don't send them, because what's going to happen is they're going to go. They're going to keep them 3 days or 2 weeks, or however the length of time it is, where they can get the full room and board. And I said, they're going to send your kid home and you're not going to get a refund. Sure as sugar is sweet, that's exactly what happened. And it's the same thing that's happening with these kids. I believe, in my opinion, I believe that the schools, I know schools get funding based on the amount of children that are in attendance. They also get funding for the amount of children that stay beyond, that certain point. So they have to reach a certain point in order to get the funding. And after that, that's when it'll be, oh, we'll let them home. Now, I haven't researched enough to figure out when that funding date is for our school districts, but I do know in college, on a college level, your kid has to be, I don't know. In other words, let's just say 2 weeks. After the 2 weeks, you're not getting a refund for housing. You're not getting a refund. And they shut the school down. It wasn't even that you could go back and say, hey, I changed my mind. I want my kid to go online, which I thought was crazy. No offense to anybody if you allowed your kid to do it, but I am not sending my kid away to college to go to school online. I'm not paying room and board to no college for them to never, absolutely not. But I know people that did it. It's not something that I would do, but that's just my opinion. I'm not sending my kids to school to freaking Texas A&M and paying for room and board for them to be not quarantined, for them to be quarantined and no classes, in-person classes. Are y'all crazy? But whatever, y'all may have the money like that. I'm not doing that. So anyway, yes, it is definitely about the money. That's exactly what it is. Again, I know I saw it coming with college. This thing with the schools is really, really concerning me. It really, really is, in the sense of, I'm wondering, I don't want them, I guess what I'm saying, what I'm saying is, I don't want it to get catastrophic before they decide, oh, let's close the schools down. It's the kids that are getting sick. It's the kids that are spreading it. It's the kids that are really getting bad. They need to shut the school down. Because I'm not quite sure that I believe that the kids should get a COVID vaccine. They don't know enough about this thing, barely for adults, let alone for kids and infants and stuff like that. Now, I know it's been reported that breastfed babies have immunity antibodies, because if in a vaccinated mom. But I agree. Superstar says they should do online. And you know what? That's another thing I'm conflicted on, because think about it. If you have kids, you know exactly what I'm talking about. COVID first year was my kids' freshman year. They went back this year as juniors. Like, we have juniors. They went to sleep, freshmen. And then I told them, I was teasing them. I said, y'all didn't even get a real freshman experience. They got in, hit it to spring break, and then that was it. They never came back. I said, you need a full year of being the awkward freshman. No fair, and then we were laughing about it or whatever. And I'm not the whiny mom. I'm not the, because I've witnessed a lot of really angry, whiny parents, oh, they can't get a prom. You're ruining their lives. I get it. Like, I understand we're in the middle of a pandemic, whether people want to admit it, whether people want to acknowledge it, it doesn't matter. We are in the middle of a pandemic and we're not learning from history, I don't think, as a whole. So I'm not that parent. It's just, as a parent, I know what they're missing out on if they have to go to online learning. So I'm kind of mixed. I know that that's what's best for them, but I'm like, God, that's going to crush them. Because they had a sense of normalcy. They're back with their friends. They're back on their sports teams and all this other stuff. And then boom, back online. But I have a feeling that's where they're going to head. It's going to end up back online. And I guess I'm like, just do it. Quit fiddle-faddling around as governors, pulling your weight, being a Trumper, all this other stuff, and just make the freaking decision. But they're not, because it's money. It's money, So we'll see. We'll see which, I'm taking a cough medicine, cough drop. We'll see which governor is going to take the lead. Y'all let me know if your governor decided to grow some and make that decision for your state. So Wanda says there are 16,000 new cases from last Friday until now. North Carolina, I believe the country will shut down after Labor Day. My God, today. From last Friday to today, my Lord. What the devil? Wanda. See, that's worse than us, because I'm freaking out about 3,000 a day, but 3, 6, 9, 12. Well, it's the same thing. Okay, it's about the same thing because we're averaging 3,000 a day. Oh my goodness. And y'all, beds aren't available. People have to wait on beds. And as they're waiting on beds, they're getting like, it's yes, I did quarantine for 14 days. I was scared because I'm 72 with a lot of health issues. I get it, Ruby. I get it. My mom came over today. We saw her yesterday. And, she had her mask on. We had our mask on. You just have to be careful. You just have to be careful. And God willing, you all will be safe. I believe the gut virus will go forever. Tanya, you're killing me, Smalls. I think that's part of our anxiety. That's part of our concern. I agree with you 100%. If we keep the rate that we're on now, it ain't going nowhere. My thing is how transmittable it is. This isn't the flu, even though you do have some people who are anti-COVID. I don't believe it's real. They just think it's the flu. But the thing about it is, brown and black people are the main ones that are being taken out of here because of that. So because of this disease. So regardless of the people that are just dismissing it, we see in our community that no, this is no joke. And then for them, it's no joke until one of them gets sick. They should do online. I know they should. I believe it. I really do. My son's gaming. I think they should, even though I feel, like I said, I want them to, I'm gonna get on that, Pam, because I want to know too. He had a rally yesterday. So I'm gonna try to look it up on my phone, see if I can find it. I know that that's best for them. Some kids have difficulty with concentration when it comes to online schooling. Absolutely. It's not for everyone. I can only use online as a resource for research. Absolutely. I understand, Bless. I'm the type, I thrive. You can just tell me what you want me to do, and I'm gonna finish the course in 2 days or whatever. I'm okay online. But I understand that all children are not okay online. I'm looking at it being okay online, but I'm also looking at the social aspects. They need their friends. They need that interaction. All of that is part of their esteem. All of that is teaching them responsibility, going to school, turning in your work, and all this other stuff. And yeah, I just feel bad for these kids, but what can we do? What can we do? They booed Trump yesterday. So let me write this down because I want to go through the rest of the things and then I want to find it. They booed Trump. Let me see if I can find it. Ooh, yikes. All right, let's see if we can find it. Share screen. I think I want to share window. Nope. Okay, here we go. Let's see what this is, y'all. So let's see.
3 days less. 3 days less than 9 months. And it's great. And you know what? I believe totally in your freedoms. I do. You got to do what you have to do. But I recommend take the vaccines. I did it. It's good. Take the vaccines. But you got, no, that's okay. That's all right. You got your freedoms. But I happen to take the vaccine. If it doesn't work, you'll be the first to know, okay? I'll call up Alabama and say, hey, you know what? But it is working. But you do have your freedoms. You have to maintain that. You have to maintain that. And you got to get your kids back to school.
So that was interesting. That was interesting. So that was his way of, y'all know what that was. That was his backhand way of rallying his people to take the vaccine. Because that's the other part. You know, regardless of how you feel about it, you have all these governors that are like, oh, I'm anti-vax, but they are the ones that have taken it. The Trump people have taken it. All these governors have taken it. And not only that, oh, we're not going to have a mask mandate and all this other stuff. But these people's children, while our children don't have mask mandate, they're not shutting the schools down. DeSantis, Cruz, all of them, their kids go to schools where there's a mask mandate. Come on, y'all. Do what's right for your children. That's all I'm going to say. They talk about a booster now. Sorry, not getting it. I took the vaccine. Tanya said, that's it now. That's it. That's it. That's all. Now, doggone it. Tanya said, listen, you got me once. And I said, okay. But now you're taking it too far. Tanya said, that's it. I don't know. I haven't made a decision about the booster. You know, but yeah. I definitely, you know, they're saying, what I do know is it has not been 8 months since I had the vaccine, and I will definitely wait the 8 months that they're recommending. That is what I do know. Yes, so we saw them boo him. So he was trying, you know, because he can't compliment Biden. He can't give him any kudos or anything like that. So that's his backhand way of trying to rally people to do the responsible thing. But, you know, it was so nice not hearing his voice. So happy. My oldest granddaughter struggled in regular school, but online it was horrible for her, but they passed her anyway. Yeah, Ruby, and that's a good thing, you know, good and bad. You know, hopefully she doesn't have any major gaps in her education that will cause her to really have troubles and struggle later on. So, so that's that part. So, yeah, I understand. Yeah, there's some kids that really thrive online, and then there's some kids that do absolutely horrible, and it's just not the best thing for them. But I feel like, the social aspect is so important. And thankfully, we have such a huge family that, you know, our kids do get that social interacting. But I mean, your older brothers and sisters and your siblings and stuff like that they can't compensate for your friends, your friend group, your friends that you eat lunch with, and having that conversation. And he's cute, and can I drive here? Can I do that? Like, it's so much that is just being hindered by this. So yeah. Folks are going back to COVID foolishness shenanigans, aka dangerous online challenges. I got you. That's coming up next. blessed. That's the next conversation right here. I got it. Absolutely. So we're going to be talking about the crate challenge. His followers, a mother and a son died 3 minutes apart. They were members at my church. Jesus, Brenda Jones. I'm so sorry to hear that. That's horrible. But this is what we're hearing. Superstar is laughing. Girl, wait till we get to the crate challenge. There's so many COVID patients in Elizabeth City, North Carolina hospital where I live. They don't have enough beds to do surgery on patients. Y'all, this is a lot. And I think that's why I give us time every day to talk about it. You know, people peek in and they're like, oh my goodness. Well, if you just peeked in, hey, I'm Alyssa and I am your host. And right now we're just kind of parked on COVID, but you missed a lot of other conversations. And then we're going to talk about the crate challenge and we're going to talk about Shacarri and a couple of other things. But if you're at, if you like what you hear so far, make sure you hit the like button on this video. Make sure you share it. Make sure you subscribe on YouTube. It's absolutely free. It helps me out and it's beautiful. So it's a beautiful thing. But I said all that to say that I try to make sure that we have this moment. I try to make sure that we have our moment every time we come together. What do you want to talk about? Because no matter what it is that we're talking about, I don't know anyone that's not paying attention to this pandemic. I don't know anyone. Well, I guess I can say there are some people, you know, really, and they're super, super conservatives. And they're just like, oh, I don't care. I'm not wearing my mask, blah, 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 blah. Now that I think about it, I do. I'm so sorry, Brenda. Absolutely. The booster is too much. It's too much to think about right now. Like, I'm not even. Oh, I got a super chat. Thank you, Ruby King. Thank you so much. Y'all already know, like, I do not take it lightly what I do as far as me presenting, but I also don't take it lightly when you guys bless me with your hard-earned money. I always say I love subscribers and I love the fact that we interact with each other. But when you guys send a super chat or a super sticker, awesome. I really, really appreciate it, Ruby. Thank you again. Wanda says yes on CNN. And again, thanks, Ruby. I really, really appreciate it. So if you don't know what Ruby just did, she just sent a super chat, and you can also do super stickers. I am one who is really, really bad about reminding you guys that I do have that that enabled. So if you like what you hear and you're like, wow, I want to bless her, I want to sow into her channel, this is a good way to do it. And I really, really appreciate it. So if you want to continue to talk about COVID, we can leave a comment down below. We can continue to talk about it, but let's move on. Love it, love it, love it, love it. Let's move on. So y'all, before we move on, let's talk about the queen, okay? Y'all know, y'all see it. Come listen. When I saw this photo, I was like, okay. This child here. So Beyonce becomes the first Black woman ever to wear the iconic yellow Tiffany diamonds. So this is Miss Beyonce. That is Beyonce and Jay-Z. That is one of the photos of many photos that she took with this yellow diamond. And as you can see, her and Jay-Z. I love the fact that they chose her. The first Black woman, I guess she can be iconic in that moment. This is a very classy photo. It's this dress is just wow, mind blowing, and it fits her perfectly. I'm not a fan of Jay-Z's hair. I do not like these wigs or whatever it is that he's got going on. I don't even think those are wigs, but I don't like them. That's just me. Some people love them. Some people like, you know, it's just like gold teeth. You know, some people don't mind people with gold teeth or whatever. I don't mind, you know, if you're gonna get one or whatever, but the whole grill situation, I prefer if someone was gonna get it, that they get it where they can take it on and off. But this photo, among others, there's others online with this campaign just announcing what they're doing. I was wowed. This dress is phenomenal. Absolutely phenomenal. So anyway, I guess I hate saying So anyway, Beyonce becomes the first Black woman ever to wear the iconic yellow Tiffany diamond. And this is iconic. I think they chose someone who we feel is iconic, and it was a good thing. So kudos to her. But also the good thing about this, again, I keep saying it is said that Jay-Z's first campaign for Tiffany has landed, featuring the couple and a Tiffany blue jean Michael painting, whatever. So that painting is significant. Let's find it. So this painting right here is a Jean Michel Basquiat painting. And it's called Equals Pi. So apparently that's a huge deal as well for them to be near that painting or whatever. Not near it, but you know what I'm saying. So anyway, um together, Beyonce and Jay-Z together, and the new ad is also the first to show the iconic 128.54 carat Tiffany diamond worn by Beyonce. So this is a wow. 128.54 carat Tiffany diamond. Wow. I'd be so afraid to put that thing on, but I'm sure there's some insurance on it to the point where if they put it on her and she takes a picture of it or whatever. But here's the good news, y'all. The campaign launches in print on September 2nd, but I found it on Beyonce's page and she shared some pictures of her on it. But here's the kicker. Tiffany said it would also commit to $2 million to fund scholarships and internships to historically Black colleges and universities. So that was what I wanted to report. Tiffany is not only featuring Beyonce and Jay-Z with this iconic diamond, but more importantly, they are committed to spending, to donating, to investing $2 million into HBCUs. And I think that's phenomenal. So while many people will focus on this picture and that dress and that body and this diamond, what's that they are contributing to the HBCUs. Kudos, kudos, kudos. Now let's get to, let me see what was this. So yeah, we talked about that. So I want to delete this stuff. So I've been to a Tiffany's. Where you at? This overlay. Okay, let's hide that for a second. So when we went to New York, we went to a Tiffany's and whatever, but I like it. I like it. I'm here for it. I'm here for it. I like Tiffany's. I know a lot of people are like Pandora crazy. I'm not really a Pandora fan. I really don't. I don't own any, and not hating on anybody. There was one campaign that I really liked, the Forever Heart or whatever. No, that was K. That was K. Sorry, take that back. But if you're a fan of Pandora, absolutely love it, whatever. But I personally, I love Tiffany. Tiffany has some really, really cute stuff, really dainty and really girly type stuff. So Ruby, yes, thank you. Brenda is saying sorry for your loss and for that family. Absolutely devastating. I saw a story. I turned to CNN because I try to give them go to the different channels, watch the news and whatever, but not try to be glued to it because I am known to just kind of be glued to stuff like that. Hurricane Katrina, everything, anything that happened, I'm here. And then I got to go to the next channel. But I have gotten very good about just ingesting it, taking what I want out of it, or not even turning to it at all because it has become a bit much. So yes, superstar, very nice. Yes, Tiffany. So before we get to Miss Shacarri, before we move on to the crate challenge, if you're peeking in, welcome, welcome, welcome to my channel. Thank you. If you like what you see, you like what you heard so far, we're having a conversation. It is Monday night. We're in our chat. We're having a good time. If you're not sure if it's something that I'm going to cover, go ahead and leave a comment. Leave a comment, and I'm telling you, we'll talk about it because that's what we do on our channel. I don't just talk at y'all talk at me. But if you like that concept, you like what you see, if you're on Facebook, make sure you hit the like button. Make sure you hit that page so you can follow that page and know when I come live. Same thing for those of you that are on YouTube. Hit the subscribe button. I'll wait. I told y'all I'll wait. I'll wait. Go ahead and hit the subscribe button right now. And after you hit the subscribe button, make sure you're interacting with us. You see me talking to these people. These are people that, hey, Helga. These are people that we have become a sisterhood as a result of me going live and interacting. Because I know you're like, man, does she know these people? Yeah, they my sisters. Some big sisters, some little sisters. So go ahead. I'll wait for you. Those of you that are watching via YouTube, go ahead and hit the like button. Go ahead and subscribe to the channel. But you got to make a promise. If you hit the subscribe button, you got to interact. You got to interact. There's going to be something that I'm going to talk about, and you're going to pop in and say something. And I'm going to be like, there you go. Same thing on Twitch. Hey, Twitch, you see me now in this category where I'm talking and entertainment, talking like that. But just know there will be some Sims content. I'm the old lady that Sims. And so that will be coming as well. Hilda, never late than never. Better late than never. Not never late. Better late than never. We've already covered a few things, and we're moving on now to these challenges, y'all. Listen, we, at the influx of COVID, with COVID spring break, first wave. That's what I'm trying to say. First wave COVID, we saw all kind of challenges. That's when TikTok took off and all this other stuff. And we had this challenge and that challenge. And I'm telling you, everybody, all that. We just doing it all. In the midst of doing it all, we now have the, where is it? Crate challenge. So this looks like this is either Boosie or his son. I can't remember, but that's okay. I got it for you. Because you're like, Melissa, what the heck is this is a crate challenge? Well, I can show you better than I can tell you, because I was going to attempt to tell you, but I'm going to show you. So let's see. Let me see if I can, let me share this. Share screen. Yeah, that looks like his son. Boosie ain't that young. So let's see. Which one we want to go with first? Let's go with this one.
He got it too.
Yeah, y'all. That's what we're doing. That's what we're doing. Let me get another one.
He got it too.
Let me turn this one on. Let's do this one. Y'all, it's silly. It's unbelievable. Oh my goodness. I can't. Let's get another one.
Jay, touch with your hand.
Oh, yikes. Jeez, like he really could have had a concussion on that one. Let's see if we can get it. Oh, this one, this was the worst one. Oh, I don't want to do this one because of the music. Let's turn the music off. Oh my Lord. I can't. Oh my. Oh my goodness. Y'all. Let me see. One more.
Hey, yo, Mike said he about to go. Hey, yo, everybody, Mike said he going up there rolling up a blunt. He said he too comfortable. He too comfortable. Ooh. Ooh. He too comfortable. He too comfortable. Hey, he too comfortable. Ooh. He rolling the blunt. Yeah. Finish that shit right there, guys. Finish that shit right there, guys. Yeah. Man, roll that shit. Roll that shit, cuz.
Y'all, I'm not trying to take y'all fun away. I'm not even trying to comment on y'all fun. But, guys, Friends, y'all. I don't even know what to say. This is what the kids are spending their time on. We got a new challenge. I saw this one meme and I was like, oops. They were like, I don't know why y'all doing this crate challenge and y'all know y'all do not have any health insurance and or life insurance. I was like, ooh, okay. Again, I'm not trying to take anybody's fun away. I'm not trying to be a Debbie Downer, but that is dangerous. Like, that's dangerous. And you could see the people, that oh, I need to find the one. There was this guy that did it and he ended up in the hospital. He was like, don't end up like me. You think? It's dangerous, y'all. And this is what they're doing. So if you see people talking about crates and drop crates off at me and all this other stuff, oh my goodness, it's hard. So let me see what y'all comments are saying. Hey, Melissa, do you want to grow your channel organically and quickly? Let me hide her. That's what. I must say that it's very creative, but very stupid at the same time. Very creative. Do you think that it will hurt less or be less dangerous if they kind of connected each vertical layer? So a lot of times what they're being hurt on is the blocks that are spilling all over the place. So if they, look at me trying to help them. So if they tape it and it keeps all of them, at least if you fall, you're still going to hurt yourself. You're still going to hit something, but the likelihood of you hitting a stray crate, child. Pam said that's dangerous. Absolutely. That's painful to watch. It was very painful to watch. It's very dangerous. Looks like Super Mario. Exactly. That's how, listen, that's what somebody said. That's what somebody said. They were like, what challenge could I do today? And what can I do to be crazy? Super Mario. Boop, boop, boop. Someone is going to get seriously hurt. They already have. I saw it. No health insurance or life insurance. You could break your neck. Yeah, you could break your neck and everything. It kind of reminds me, again, tune in to the last live to know what we're talking about. But it reminds me of what we were talking about with people that fight, fighters as adults. It's so easy to be like, pull up, and all this other crap. But no one thinks about the fact that when you pull up and someone accidentally dies or really, really injures themselves or becomes in a vegetative state or something like that, no one thinks about the ramifications behind that. It's just, I'm going to fight. And like I said, I'm trying to figure out who the hell is fighting over a certain age. Like, I don't have time for that. I'm busy doing mommy stuff. Like, I don't have time for that. I honestly don't have any time for that. And it's the same thing. Like, I wish I can report that these are young kids that are on, it's only the young kids that are climbing crates. No, y'all, these are whole adults. Like, just look it up. They are whole adults around here climbing crates and climbing back down. There is low to zero capacity in hospitals and they want to do this nonsense. Yes, blessed. That's what somebody else was saying. I did see a comment saying that, where they were like, y'all, come on. Of all things that you want to do, this is what you're choosing to do. She said, don't help them. Look, bless, I'm trying to help. I'm trying to keep it safe because there was one that was like stacked up super, super, super high. And that was crazy. Someone is going to hurt their head or neck. Yep. Yes, the hospital don't have time for this. They don't have time for it. They don't have time for it. I saw one lady broke her arm, but the people did help her. I saw somebody broke her arm. I saw this one dude. He ended up on crutches, limping back. So y'all, this is the latest challenge. So if you hear people, the jokes are going around, send me your crates and all this other stuff. But yeah, I'm not doing it. Leave a comment down below if you're going to do the challenge. If you have done the challenge, let me know how it turned out for you, because this is cray. Too scared. Yes, listen. I'm not interested. I would probably go. Let me tell you how high I go. I may do the third and then turn back around. Where his foot is at. But I'm not going all the way up and then coming back down. Absolutely not. Absolutely not. Too scared. Too unbalanced up there. I don't know who's coming up with this stuff. I don't know. A lot of this stuff nowadays is TikTok driven. And because TikTok has all kind of challenges and stuff like that. A lot of it is driven from TikTok and just becoming viral. Like people nowadays will kind of do anything to be seen, to be laughed at, to go viral, all of that. And not only that, people are just plumb bored, I think. Like um and bored may be the bored's not the right word. People are just I don't know. I don't know what the word is, but it's not bored. I don't think people are bored. Nobody's bored. These people aren't bored. They are mindless and copycats, and they're just reckless. I don't know. My challenge is to make sure I ride my exercise bike twice a day. Come on now, Bless. And like I said, as soon as I get off here, I am not passing. I am not stopping. I'm gonna put on my workout clothes and I'm headed to the gym. I'm not sick. I take that back, but I am going to the gym. Uh, Between the huge concerts, parties without masks, the challenges, they're trying to get rid of us. Listen, that's what I'm trying to tell y'all. They don't need to do what is it? Population control or anything. Y'all helping them out tremendously. I'm not going to do it. I rolled my ankle by jumping rope. My leg was swollen for 3 months. Lord, superstar. Exactly. I know I'm not. My challenge is okay. Yep. I said that about her challenge. Between the huge concerts, parties. I do want to talk about the huge concerts and stuff like that. LOL blessed. It was this huge one. Cardi B was in it. She looked absolutely cute. I'm not a Barty-eyed. I told y'all that, but when she's right, she's right. When I'm with her when she's right. And she looks so cute, Nobody wears maternity clothes these days though. Nobody, no. Like I'm not saying go frumpy, old school, but geez, the belly be out. Like y'all, they be like, listen, y'all gonna get this tube dress, and it is what it is. And I'm like, okay, sis, go for it. Read a book a day challenge. Come on now. Clean out the garage challenge. Come on now. Make A's challenge. Marry your baby mama and be faithful. Quit having baby mamas challenge. Come on now. I don't know who's making these challenges. Like I said, I saw it originally online and I was like, oh, let me talk about it, because I know there's still some people that have no idea about these challenges. They still don't know that people are riding crates to get to the top and go back down. So I'm not going to play the video again. I want to get to Miss Shacarri. That's where we're going to park today. I know we've already talked about so much. So if you're just joining in live, hey, on all the 3 platforms, leave a comment. Y'all already know I like the interaction. If you already like what you've seen so far in this channel, go ahead and subscribe to this channel. It is simple. It is the cheapest and easiest thing that you can do to help this channel out, to hit the like button, subscribe, interact, and all of that. So they aren't going to do anything beneficial as a challenge. No, not one bit. Not one bit. So superstar. Potty train your puppy challenge. Potty train him in 3 days. How about that? Potty train your puppy in 3 days. Do that. You want to do that? Be a good citizen in society. Quit lying challenge. Drinking my coffee. They're not going to do that. So, y'all, let me see if I can find it. Shacarri Richardson. Shacarri Richardson. So this is I'm gonna find the thing where she actually raced, but Shacarri Richardson ran the 100-meter race. Was this Saturday? And I know you think, oh, that must be her in the front in the yellow, because she talked so much stuff. That got to be her in the yellow. And you're like, okay, if it's not her, if she's not the first girl in the yellow, she has to be the second girl in the yellow. Surely she's the second girl in the yellow. And then you're like, okay, all right. I'm not going to be cocky. Even if she was having a bad day, Surely she's the girl in lane 1. I mean, she's got to be the girl in lane 1, at least. Well, friends, I'm here to tell you. Look at lane 1, 2, 3, 4. That's Shacarri. That's Shacarri back here. I can't give you. I don't know if y'all probably can't see my mouse, but yeah, that's Shacarri. Y'all, let's talk about it. So I'm gonna set the stage, and dead last, I'm gonna set the stage. And then I want to talk about the different reactions. Shacarri Richardson is y'all already know who she is. I'm not gonna even waste my time on that part. Prior to the race, let me see if I can find her Shacarri her TikTok. She did a TikTok prior to the race. Here it is. Is this it? Prior to her race, no, that's her talking. This girl's something else. This child is something else. Okay, let me set it up like this. After the Olympics, she was trolling. Y'all miss me yet? And all this other stuff. Because of course she didn't go to the Olympics. She wanted to know if we missed her. She was talking stuff. Oh, I'm going to race these girls and all this other stuff. I want to find where she did a video right before the race. She did a TikTok talking mad trash. I'm gonna find it because I want y'all to see it. So Shacarri Richardson TikTok. I want y'all to see it. Cause she was talking mad stuff. And I mean, hey, if that's what I mean, okay. I want to find that TikTok. So she did a TikTok. I think this is it. I'm gonna hurt my son. I know y'all hear him. Let me see. Is this it? That's not a video. I want y'all to see the actual video. I'm gonna find it. Where she was talking mad trash before this particular race. So when she talking mad trash like this, you're like, oh, surely she gonna bring it. You can't do stuff like this. Hold on. They're giving me ads for days. Okay, there it is. Okay, let me share this screen. Share screen. Share this. Okay. This is what she posted. Oh.
I took some time off to rest, and now it's game time, bitches. You have no idea.
Let me play it again. Just for the people in the back.
I took some time off to rest, and now it's game time, bitches. You have no idea.
So that's that. So that was her prior to the race. After talking all that smack and all this other stuff, she did that video. Now let me find the video of after all that trash talking, what she performed. Because again, she was trash talking on Twitter prior to that. All y'all miss me yet? Oh, I'm gonna go and I'm gonna this and that and all this other stuff. And then this is what she did. This is what she gave us then. Now what I'm gonna find is the actual race. I'm sure y'all saw it. Y'all saw it. Let me see. All right, here we go. Let me share this screen. She needs to stop. Okay, here we go. Oh. Oh my goodness. Let's watch it one more time. Okay. So I want to drive this conversation two ways. I want to talk about her and this trash talking, but I also want to talk about some of you guys' responses. So the trash talk, give me a comment about that. Talking trash and then not being able to back it up. And this whole conversation behind the fact that, oh, you guys were writing for her before. Look, she did what she did and it was nice or whatever. But this whole narrative that you can't crack on an athlete, on her. She's a Black woman. How dare you laugh at her? Because I'm telling you, after that race and after all that trash talk and everything else, Twitter has been blessing me. They have drug her from one end to the other. Rightfully so. I believe rightfully so. Two things can be true. I can be a supporter of Shacarri, but I can also criticize her. I definitely can criticize her. And that's the conversation, the other part of the conversation that I want to have. I feel I see a lot in our community where the minute you say anything against anybody, how could you say that about another Black woman? Or how could you say that about another Black man? It ain't about that. We can hold one another accountable to our actions. We can clown one another. If I fall out the chair right now, I'm telling you, I'm gonna crack up. And if y'all are laughing, we need to laugh together. If I do something astronomical, out of character, and everything else, and if y'all aren't wowed, then that's just y'all. You telling, if I come on here and I'm sloppy drunk and I can't get my conversation out and all this other stuff, and y'all like, oh my God, Melissa's live yesterday was trash. That's holding me accountable, number one. But number two, it's your opinion. Like it doesn't take away from what I'm doing. It doesn't take anything away from Shacarri or anything. So there's two parts to this conversation. Like someone said, me, Jordan, when, I Russell Wilson, if he has a trash game, he has a trash game. And I'm going to say it, period. That was trash, Russell. Like, what are you doing? But it's something about when you give commentary, especially I've seen on this platform, it's like people want to pull it, and I don't want to say black card, but they want to be like, oh, we got to stick together. Why can't people stick together? Whatever. Like, she's an athlete, first of all. Athletes in a public sector. So you're going to be challenged. You're going to be held accountable. You're going to, especially if you hold yourself to a certain caliber that she does, there's going to be a level of expectation, but you're going to get drugged. How about that? I'm not about to use no official vernacular. No, you're going to get drugged one time or another. I'm sure Kobe got dragged before, Wade, Johnson, and everybody else. What makes Shacarri Richardson any different in some of you's eyes, that she can't get drugged? And what I love the most, I'm gonna play her little after she won. I'm gonna find her little interview, and she still wouldn't shut up. So let's talk. So I'm gonna give my part, and then I'm gonna read y'all comments. So comment. My problem with her is not that she's Black, not that she's this, not all this stuff. Thank you, superstar. You can be as cocky as Ali. Oh, Melissa got bars. You could be as cocky as Ali, but you got to back that up. You got to back it up. Period. So as cocky, because to me, she right up there with Ali with that mouth. Okay, she right up there with Ali. If she's gonna be that cocky, sis, you got to back it up. And my brother, he's my cousin-in-law, but he's like a brother to me. So my cousin brother is what we jokingly call each other. But my brother, when she ran for the Olympics, when she was due to run for the Olympics, he said, listen, they gassing this girl up. He said, but her fastest time doesn't even touch what these other girls ran. He said she may be fast in America, but he said she can't touch them Jamaican girls. He said this way back when. He said, look at her stats. She has never met their time. And I was like, wow. So then when she got disqualified, we were talking about that. But then when she was due to race them, he said, it's not gonna be good. So it was so funny. We were out on Saturday doing putt-putt or whatever, with the family, whatever. And I told him, I said, hey, your girl went dead last. He thought I meant second to last, number 4. So he didn't process what I was saying. So when we were out to eat and everything else. And I was like, yeah, so did you see the video? And he was like, wait a minute. When you say dead last, you mean dead last. I said dead last. So I showed him the video and he was like, I told y'all, she ain't nothing but all mouth, cocky. Y'all leave a comment down below. I'm gonna give you guys, y'all know, I'm gonna give y'all the time, but I'm gonna just tell my side. And I'm not a sexist in the sense that I don't think she should be humble, this little coy female, but I'm sorry, if she gonna run her mouth the way she runs her mouth, you've got to back it up. You've got to be able to back it up. I think about Cardi B. I think about Nicki Minaj. I mean, but when they get on the track, they come with it. I think about all these greats. Ali came to mind a long time ago. Some people thought he was cocky. Some people liked it. Most people was like, who the heck is this guy? Who is this guy? And Ali came out, but he doggone, what's the word? He performed. He backed up what he was saying. Think about who's the one with the face tattoo now? The boxer talks with a lisp. Mike Tyson. What's the other one? Mayweather. These people are cocky. Mayweather is cocky, flashy, money, this, that, but they back it up. Now, are we saying that she can never lose, whatever? But she's just one want after another. Like she's one great big want. And I'm sorry, me commenting on her, me reporting it, however you want to look at it, doesn't make me anti-woman, anti-black, anti-race, anti-girls with long hair and weave and everything else that people try to make it seem to be. This is why, even in the Black church, you have some of the most predatory people that are being protected. Because all have sinned and let him use you and all this other stuff. No, she needs to shut up and she needs a PR person before she loses it all. Because I'm telling you right now, if I was Nike executive, and because there are memes about that, they were like, Nike executives right now watching this race is just like, because after her race, they showed her commercial. She all talk. You know what it reminds me of? And then I'm gonna get to y'all comments. It reminds me of, if your kids have been in any sport, but especially you see it I've seen it in football. Sometimes cheer teams can even do it, to get real nasty. And even, even when I was in high school, our band was super huge. We were huge as a college band, and most college bands, we were larger than those bands. But we had a way of showing up. We always showed up a little bit after the other band, and we would line up and we'd make this huge line. And we march on into the stands. If you know anything about Black schools, y'all know what I'm talking. Exactly. You with me right here. And here's this long line. If you're any familiar with, your FAMUs and, back in the day, we were a huge, huge high school band. And when we arrived. But not only did we arrived with all the foolishness and mayhem coming up into the stands. Once we got into the stands, we were very disciplined, that whole thing, but we made ourselves known. But here's the thing. When it was time to go out on the field, and do whatever it is that we needed to do in our performance, we also wowed in that way. We are if you're from Miami, you already know, my band director, God rest his soul, he's no longer the band director there, but he is very well known, very distinguished gentleman in the music field. And so we had him as a band director, and he took these inner city kids, or black suburb kids, and turned them into masterful musicians. And so we were playing stuff and doing stuff that no other school was doing. So my point is, we backed up all that we did. And so when we said we were number one, we backed it up. All this talk. Now, does that mean that she's not my girl? That doesn't mean that I'm throwing away, like people say, I'm going to sit beside her. But this girl needs a PR team. She needs a PR team, in my opinion. And I'm not saying that she needs to stop being herself. If that's who she is, that's who she is. But back it up, plain and simple. So let's go through the comments. Leave a comment below. Someone says, stop smoking. Who's smoking? Her? I know what you're talking about, Lakeisha. I'm just kidding. I'm really enjoying this live. Thank you, Ruby. Thank you. Y'all have no idea. I take my lives, I take my YouTube, Facebook, I take all this very, very seriously. It's a hobby, but I present myself and give you guys the best of who I am, and I'm learning and continuing to learn and grow. So when you comment, I really enjoyed it. Thank you. This made my day. Well, all these other things, I really, really appreciate it. I'm really Lakeisha says she is not going to stop. Superstar said no, she ain't gonna stop. Puff pass. She talks too much. I agree, Superstar. She talks way too much. Period. Now, my little opinion about, and yours, Superstar, where we feel like she talked too much, is she gonna listen to us? She's not. She already said she's not. She already said she's not. But again, I don't want her to be this meek and coy person. If all of that is who she is, be that. But you got to watch it when you presenting yourself as the GOAT and the this and the that and all this other stuff, and you don't present it and you don't perform it. But then I also think about Venus and Serena, for an example. I think about Russell Wilson. These people are some of the most humble people. Yes, dead last. The most humble people. And when they are asked who's the best, they just say, I'm the best. I don't know. She can talk all the trash she want to talk, but she got to back it up. She came in last, dead last. I can't with Shacarri. I like Simone Biles, Naomi Osaka. Absolutely. Think of these girls. These girls are GOATs in their own lane. Again, I think about a Mayweather. We already know he's gonna talk crap. We know Tyson in his day was gonna talk back, trash. Ali. So there's two sides of the coin. You're gonna have Beyonce, who's Miss Coy and humble, and I have a story behind that because Miss Tina posted a video how Beyonce got humbled. Beyonce got humbled, and that was it. And that's when we got Miss Humble Beyonce. Oprah, just different people who talk, who are humble, but also back up what it is they say that they are. Yes, Pam. Pam goes, wow, y'all laughing at Melissa. Listen, not her. Yes, her. The trash talking is too much. I was not riding with her before because of her attitude. She's not like the other Olympic participants. She doesn't have any grace. Come on now. Y'all, I have to admit, I'm old school when it comes to that. I just like a classy woman. I really do. And not in a, y'all know I'm married, like whatever. But there's nothing like a woman with class. I would rather see a woman with class. And I'm going to show the clip where the Jamaican team, Shacarri was after the race still talking trash. Fine, if that's what you want to do. The Jamaican team kept on going and went on about their business. after the race, they were interviewing one of the Jamaican teams. She said, I have no comment, because of course they're going to ask her about her. And she was like, I have no comment. That was such class and grace, such class and grace. And I just prefer to present myself to the world with class and grace. That's just me. If you this and that, go right ahead. Again, go right ahead. That's you. I just present myself. I like the class and grace. Does that mean that we can get down? And of course, those girls can get down, but there's a time and a place for all of that, I believe. And there's a time and place for raunch and all of that. Absolutely. I'm sorry, but that's my opinion. I agree with you 100%. Come on, Melissa. You can show the interview after she lost on Saturday. I am going to show the interview. You want to see it? Okay, let's see. Where is it? She's so cocky, Lord Jesus. Let's see if I want to make sure it comes up. And the commenters are what's funny. This is giving me ads. I don't have time for that right now. Oh yeah, but they're clowning her. They clowning this child on Twitter. I'm here for it. I ain't gonna lie. Keeps me up, keeps me entertained. Let me see.
At Verizon, we are...
Commercial. Let's wait for this commercial and then I'll share it. Oh no, that's her testing positive. We know that. We know that. Oh, come on. Okay. I didn't want to play this one, but I'll play it. I didn't want to play that one because it was on YouTube, but I'll just play it. It's an ad. Y'all know YouTube. Y'all know YouTube. Okay. So, okay, here you go. So this is from the Today Show. So that's what that is. So, let me share with you guys what I found. Yes. So, Helga says, come on, Melissa, can you show the interview after she lost on Saturday? I sure can. So here we go. Where is it? Here we go. Share. And
but the world thinking this is Richardson versus the Tokyo podium in the women's 100.
She couldn't stand a chance.
It was the showdown that fans had been hoping for at the Olympics.
Here comes Shacarri. Richardson's going to Tokyo. 1087.
Shacarri Richardson won the U.S. Olympic trials.
Y'all hear that? So at a 1087, she still wasn't better than those girls.
In spectacular fashion, but was suspended for a positive marijuana test before the games, telling Savannah at the time she took responsibility, but asked for empathy.
Sitting here, I just say, don't judge me because I am human. I'm you. I just happen to run a little faster.
On Saturday, she was up against two of the greatest sprinters in history, two-time Olympic champion Shelley Ann Fraser-Price and gold medalist Elaine Thompson-Herah, who won the race.
Yes, she did.
Richardson being left behind.
Even as viewers of the race saw Nike commercials featuring Richardson,
I'll be at the finish line.
she finished dead last, stepping in front of the microphones in an interview that went viral.
Okay, here it is,
This is
y'all.
one race. I'm not done. You know what I'm capable of. Count me out if you want to. Talk all the you want, because I'm here to stay.
It's been a bumpy road for the star runner, but as she told Tom Yamas right before the race, the experience has made her stronger.
It gives me more to show the world that I'm here to stay. At the end of the day, I didn't make a mistake, but that doesn't take away from my talent.
Even after the disappointment this weekend, looking to the future.
Congratulations to the winners.
Look at the winners.
Congratulations to the people that won.
Look at her.
But they're not done seeing me yet. Period.
All right, Steph. So Shacarri clearly is not backing down. Do we know?
She gives me a headache. So let's play this game after I'm going to read your comments. She's your daughter. What are you going to say to her? Now we all know if you have adult children, you already know they're going to listen if they're the type to listen. They're not. Tell me what you're going to say to her as I read your comments. But that's the interview. You can't say anything bad about anybody. We sure can hold one another accountable. Exactly. And that's what I don't agree with. I don't agree with this new thing that has occurred in the last 2 years where you just can't say anything about anybody. You can't have an opinion or anything. But I appreciate the old YouTube days where it was a commentary, somebody did a reaction, and you moved on about your business. If the other person didn't like it, they might have responded to you in a video, and then they move on. But you understand that, hey, everyone has an opinion, period. Leslie says she is too cocky and obnoxious. Absolutely. I know someone who's a speech therapist, and she was like, she sounds ridiculous from a speech therapist point of view, but also just like, girl, bye. I think the people around her has to pull her in. I think so too. Period. I think that she doesn't have enough under her belt. You know how, she's coming in hot. She's coming in hot, but lukewarm at the same time. Our community pick and chooses who they want to protect. There's a lot of good, famous celebrities they could use the support. Girl, so many really, really good celebrities, so many good singers that could use the support. But unfortunately, ratchet, nakedness, yelling back and forth, fighting, all this other stuff is what sells. I am here, and I am part of my goal is to prove that positivity will go viral or be successful on YouTube. I'm really, really, really going to prove that point. I'm not going to quit, but unfortunately, it does get frustrating because I see what goes viral. It's the foolishness, and I'm not talking about the challenges and stuff like that, but a simple positive channel uplifting women and stuff like that is slow and steady wins the race, which I'm completely okay with. But it's just very interesting from a social experiment standpoint, how I see people who do what I do on how I do it, and it definitely is slow and steady, which I prefer that anyway, because anything fast and ridiculous is probably surrounded by drama, but drama sells. So like you said, the athletes and the entertainers that are all about the drama, they're going to get the attention. But you think about a Jasmine Sullivan who could probably blow all of them out the way. Her is finally getting her just desserts and acknowledgement, but it's only still to a certain point. And and the thing about it is, which is weird when you think about it, Beyonce, you can't deny her. Like, she wasn't ratchet or anything, but it was still skin and stuff like that. So I agree with you 100%. There's so many people that can use the support, but they won't even, it's not what sells. It's not what sells. She let her mouth write a check that her couldn't cash. Period, Ruby. Period. And you could tell these people, some of these people, there's such a decline. I think you can definitely tell some people there's a lack of mothering, where you hear things like that. Actual guidance in our community, I think, is just missing in a lot of ways. Accountable, period. And your brother is right. Them other girls is bad, period. Period. And here's the thing. I can still support Shacarri. I could still want her to win, but also acknowledge that those girls are bad. And she couldn't hold a candle to them. Never could. She still has some work to do. Leslie says, exactly. Tyson helping me out. Did a girl win it in the hills? Did a girl win it in the hills? I don't know what you mean, Tanya. People are hurting themselves. Have we touched on the Amber Rose fiasco with her husband? I have not. Bless, we're going to save that for tomorrow, because I didn't get any graphics on that. And I want to, and what about Kanye? leaking Drake's address and that whole beef at part 2. Russell is a nice person. I think so too. How did Beyonce become humbled? Okay, so good story. So Miss Tina shared a video and she was talking about humble. And so this was an old video when she was still married to Mr. Richard. And so it was Miss Tina, Richard, and Beyonce, and they were being interviewed. So the commenter was like, how do you say humble? And Beyonce stepped in immediately. She said, I'll answer that. She said, I was new, famous. Let me see if I can find it. She said, I was famous, and my mom was talking to me. Her mom was talking to her, and she decided that she was going to sing over her mother. You know when you're talking to the kids, but you know it's Beyonce, so she thinks she got a melody going on. And Miss Tina was like, don't sing over me. You hear me talking to you. Beyonce kept singing. Tina Lawson. Where is it? This was so funny to me. There it is. I can't.
When No 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 first came out.
When No 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 first came out. Let me try to. I'm gonna log into this live from my phone, and I should be able to share my phone, I think. If not, I'll tell you the story, child. I'll tell you. So I just popped up. No. There we go. And then, nah, it won't let me do it. Boo. So pop out. There we go. I'm going to just play it for y'all. Y'all know how I do. I will turn my phone at y'all in a minute and let y'all hear it.
I'll tell the story.
All right, here we go.
Oh, she always stayed humble. She always remained humble.
I'll tell the story.
Sasha.
No, when No 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 first came out, I thought I was grown. Now I was 15 years old, and we had a #1 single, and I thought I was hot. And I was at a record store, and it was all young kids, teenagers, and my mom was telling me something, and I kept singing while she was talking, ignoring her. She smacked the mess out of me. When I tell you I was embarrassed, because I was like, She said, don't you sing while I'm talking to you. I was like, She said, pop. I was like, oh my God. And I never forget that. And I've never done anything like that. And I'm so happy she did it because it grounded me.
Oh, she always stayed humble. She always remained humble.
It grounded her. Shacarri's not grounded. And that could be for many reasons. And I know, you know, her supporters, oh, she lost her mom. I get all that. I understand all that. But she's not grounded. And it's clear that she's a ticking time bomb. And, you know, she's not humble. And you don't have to be quiet and meekness doesn't mean humble. So I'm not telling her to change who she is because I don't want nobody trying to change me. Because I'm going to give you all of who I am. But at the same time, you can still be humble. You can be the loudest person in the room, but still have the most humble spirit, especially if you can back up all that you say that you are. Superstar says terrible. Absolutely. Tanya's laughing. Superstar says, I don't know what to say to her. We have complete different personalities. I don't think there's much you can say to her. So you think she's one of those. You don't tell me what to do because that's what she's saying. Her post interview, that's all she's saying. Well, you don't tell me what to do. I'm here, blah, 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 blah. When I watch her, for those of you that are a certain age, you know exactly what I'm saying, what I'm about to say. When I watch her, I think about 30-year-old her, 40-year-old her, who's going to probably, if she matures and changes and it has certain people around her and everything else, probably look back and go, we've all had moments where we were in some way, shape, or form of Shacarri Richardson. Hopefully we listened to who's ever advice. Sometimes we did, sometimes we didn't. But we think back on hindsight with our mature eyes, with our mature selves, and we're just like, Lord, what was I thinking? So that's what I think about with her. Almost like she's going to regret this. She's going to regret this, but maybe not. Hopefully she learns from it or whatever. But I just think back, I think to older her. I think to older her when she's going to be sitting down for ESPN, and time will tell if she's going to still be talking crap and not backing it up, if she's still going to be talking crap and very humble, or not talking crap and just really kind of embarrassed about that person. Time will only tell. The way I look at her, she starts off slow. I wish her well, but I also don't have any interest with her. Okay, superstar. She was talking stuff after race. Listen, if I pulled up her Twitter account, y'all would be like, this girl, she been talking before the race, after race, and she's still talking, still trolling. And that's that. So she's not going anywhere. And time will only tell what we're going to see from her. As far as maturity, I think, is it that we're not used to seeing, is she the first? She's not the first cocky person or whatever. Cocky woman in whatever. Part of the problem is that she's not backing up all the cockiness. That's part of the problem. I'm gonna eat these Welch's fruit snacks. We almost on hour number 3. We're heading on to hour number 2, going into hour number 3, which I'm fine with. Y'all know I'm fine with it. Y'all know I love it. While I'm loving it, thank you guys for tuning in. Thank you guys for watching. Make sure you hit that like button, share, subscribe. If you're on YouTube, interact. Right now, we're talking about Shacarri, and it's pretty much the same consensus. You know, we're all just waiting to see where this is going to go with her. It's going to take time, because time is what's going to mature her, and it's going to be interesting to see what kind of woman she's going to mature into be. Because here's the thing, disclaimer: we all know grown women, older women that are like her. So it doesn't mean that once she matures, she's going to turn into this completely different person and not be boisterous and cocky and everything else. We know cocky women. So that's that part. Talking stuff before the race. I played it. Talking stuff before the race, talking stuff after race. Just a mess. She may not change. Nope. We want it for her. I don't mind the nails. I don't mind the hair. I can't, because I'm just as flashy as far as that's concerned. So I don't mind any of that. But girl, know when to come to the interview and just be like, it was a bad day for me, or whatever. You still talking crap, girl. Exactly. I agree 100%, superstar. Superstar said at the end of the day, she can be herself, just humble herself. Humble herself, period. I think that's it on my little docket. I do have Amber Rose in mind. We could talk about it. We may as well. I do have Amber, and I also have the fact that Kanye leaked Drake's address online. So I kind of want to wait for that. Well, maybe not, because I think tomorrow we're gonna have. I got a request for a conversation about when do you know that he's the one or she's the one. So I'm trying to figure out how I want to do that, because I don't want to be the only person talking about it. I can tell you my experience, but I think it would be great to have different people on the platform to kind of talk about their marriage and talk about their courtship or whatever, just knowing when that person is one, versus just me or me and my husband or whatever. But I love the fact that that was a request, because it comes up often. And I think that a lot of times married people just kind of appear married, but they don't really talk about beyond, it's cute and we just met and da da da. But how do you really know? How do you really know that this person was the one? So I think that conversation is going to be on Thursday. And tomorrow we might, I don't know. I do know what I want to talk about tomorrow. So I think I'm going to go ahead and talk about Amber Rose and Mr. Kanye today so that tomorrow can be our grown woman stuff. So yeah, you know, and we could talk a little bit more tomorrow about Shacarri and how you navigate life as a woman. Can you be cocky? Can you have confidence? Let's have this conversation tomorrow about confidence, because it's all going around with Lizzo, Shacarri. All of it is, what is true confidence? Like, what is true confidence? What is cocky? What is all of that? So that's tomorrow, because I think a lot of people really are taking it to where they think that we're like, oh, she has to be this meek and humble and quiet person and all this other stuff. And that's not what any of us are saying. She can be whatever she wants to be, but you got to kind of back it up. That's number one. So anyway, Miss Amber Rose took to Instagram, Twitter, and everything else and just kind of revealed that there were several women who was DMing her husband, and these women knew that he was married, and she just kind of said, you know, y'all know better, and you know, basically called him out. Let me go to it exactly, because y'all know I don't want to misquote anybody. So basically she caught him cheating. What do y'all think? What was your initial thought? If I can just be honest with you, I'm talking about this because it was requested, but I looked at it and I was like, and then I went on. It's not fun when anyone, here she is, when anyone gets cheated on. Oh, she deleted everything, y'all. So let's just talk about it, because it's all gone. She deleted everything. Let's see if her Twitter is deleted. She deleted all her Instagram stuff. Twitter gonna have a receipt. Amber Rose. AMBE. My family sound like they down there having fun. And she does not have a Twitter. Amber AMBER. Amber Rose. She does have a Twitter. She has not been on Twitter for a minute. Her last tweets are from like May. So let me look at, see if anybody else is talking about her. Oh Lord. So y'all know Twitter's gonna clown her. Somebody said Amber Rose blaming sluts versus creating slut walk. Oh wow. Amber Rose getting some thoughts off her chest about allegedly being cheated on by her son's father, AE. She shared that she's seen texts and DMs involving 12 women. So again, I don't remember who wanted to talk about it. So chime in, tell me what you think. Amber should focus on her and her kids, period. Amber should focus on her kids. I don't celebrate divorce. I don't celebrate when people get cheated on. I don't celebrate, like, that's a difficult thing. Now, will I report on it? Will I talk about it? Will I give my opinion on it and all that? Absolutely. That's just what we do as humans, but definitely humans on YouTube. And I don't think anyone, I thought she was doing fine. Like, I will say this, she was out of the media a lot, and there didn't seem to be a lot of controversy surrounding him. So I thought that they were in a good place. I was like, oh, okay, they're in a good place. So I never really pay her any attention. And I'd be perfectly honest with you. So at this point, she allegedly saw DMs from 12 different women. She gave her thoughts about it. And I just say from this point, don't go digging up, looking for more people. Just heal and take care of your kids. That's all she can do at this point. I feel sorry for women that have to go through this publicly, and with so many people like myself with opinions, and you guys have your opinions. And so I think that sometimes the best thing that they can do is just shut it down, get off the internet, and go heal. Go somewhere. Go spend that money and go on an island and heal. That's what I think. I thought she was for non-traditional roles in a relationship, but yet she wants a relationship to be traditional. Blessed, I think that they all are like that. It's almost like they say, cheat with who I say you could cheat with. Another couple comes to mind, the little in Atlanta, T.I. and Tiny. In my opinion, I hate to say in my opinion, but I believe they give off the vibes like that. Like, get with who I say you get with, but you don't get with. And I think, you know what, not just them. I think they all most of them that have alternative relationships. I don't know Amber enough to know, you know, if you say that she allegedly has a non-traditional relationship, I know she's a non-traditional person. So it wouldn't surprise me if her relationship is the same way. So yeah, that's what it's giving me. Like, people will tell you, those people that have done threesomes and just untraditional stuff, they will tell you, like, it opens a can of worms, and it will bite you in the butt. So yeah, you got to be careful. She's exactly, superstar. That's what the tweet said. She's also the same one that promotes that type of behavior. If I can be perfectly honest with you, I know the premise of her slut walk. I know the premise of, you know, the foundation, in a sense of, you know, I guess I don't know, because in other words, I'm not so green to the point where I don't understand what the purpose of it. It seems like she had that walk to kind of just say, hey, it doesn't, even if you think we are that word, we don't deserve to be sexually assaulted or whatever. That's what I thought it was. Leave a comment down below if that is not what her walk is about. But that's what I assumed it was about, because it was like this whole thing. But at the same time, why name it that? But child, whatever. Y'all, I don't care enough. I want to care to kind of have the conversation, but I honestly don't. These celebrities promote open relationships, yet they can't take it when their partner steps out. Superstar, that's my point. That's it. That's all. That's it. That's all on that. So y'all know Kanye is going back and forth with it. Lord, baby girl is down there. I don't know what she's screaming about. So let me call her. Let's see. Let me call her. I'm gonna be like, what are y'all doing down there? They lit. They like, you got a 2-hour limit before this house lights up again. We're not being quiet for 3 hours. Not doing it. Let's see if her mom pick up. Nope, you didn't pick up. Let's see. Let's see. Y'all probably don't hear them. Y'all might. I don't know. But they loud. Because I know sometimes I'll be watching the video and the people doing the video think, let me see Khalees. Tell her she interrupted my live. I can't. What's she doing? Wait. Put it back on her. Oh. What? Say hello. Huh? Khalees. Shh. Okay, bye-bye. Bye-bye. Bye, friends. Let's see. You see my glass collection? Where is it? Where I showed you at? Child, I got stuff all through this room. I need to clean up this room. Her husband was on Breakfast Club saying that pretty much he was cool with having an open relationship, but not cool with sitting at home with the baby while she dated others. Womp, womp, womp. Oh, well. I love your glasses collection. Thank you. Thank you, thank you, thank you. I need to order some more. I have about 6 pair that I rotate, but it's time for some more. She's cute. Thank you. She's my second cousin, but she really is like a shoot. I'm I'm so much older than her, but yeah, she's adorable. And so she's over and loud. And she like I said, she said you got a 2-hour limit. After those 2 hours, that's it, that's all. So whatever. So they just lit up downstairs. And like I said, I sometimes I'm watching people on live or whatever, and in our head our background noise is so loud, and in my head I'm like, oh my gosh, they can hear, but which is fine if you hear. That doesn't bother me, but my point is, sometimes when I'm watching those people, I don't hear what they hear, and you guys probably don't hear what I hear, but in my head I'm like, y'all are loud down there, what are y'all doing? So it looks like she's playing with the hubby and with the sibs, and they just doing family stuff, which is absolutely fine. Yes. But yeah, it's so fun, y'all. Like, since my cousin came, she has littles, and so y'all know we have teenagers, and so it's been a minute since we've had little pitter patter feet in the house, and they come over and all of that. It's just so fun. It's fun. It's really, really fun. And I think me and my husband have gone into grandparent mode with them, even though we're not their grandparents, but that's just how we treat them. And so she gets whatever she wants, but then I get on her because she's so rotten. But then we definitely have made her spoiled. And then she has a next one. There's 4 altogether, and we make sure they're filled up with their snacks and just different things. So it's really, really cute. We're getting grandma, Mimi is what they call me. Mimi. Well, the other ones call the older ones that can talk. They know I'm not their grandmother or whatever, obviously. So they call me Auntie Missy. And then the little one says Mimi, 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 and Uncle Pop Pop. So we're just having fun, having family moved in and stuff like that. I know I changed the subject and the tone, but yeah, that's pretty much what we're doing here. But I heard them and I was like, oh, let me talk about it. But yeah, I agree. Back on subject. I agree with you, Blessed. I think that a lot of these people, they want these open relationships, and the minute the relationship gets open, then it's a problem. They want to control who they want that person to be with. And every person that I know that has had an open relationship, threesomes and stuff like that, it goes south because the other person either they don't just stick with who you who they want you to be with. So yeah, it's the people around her. Okay. We need to remember to pray for those with the house full of kids during this pandemic. Yeah, I never think about that. These kids spoiled. So, but I get what you're saying. I always think about the people with a house full of kids and the people that really, really depend on the school for their meals. I know the districts here, and I saw it advertised at other places, and I just kind of shared it because you never know who needs it, right? So the districts was supplying lunch. So I thought that was great. Free lunch, even during the summer. And so the pandemic has really, really opened up doors and opportunities, for lack of a better term. Y'all know I'll be looking at my neighbors. They went shopping. I'm so nosy. Y'all see that? It's just that I can see. I'm so high up that I can see. And then it's just distracting. But anyway, the pandemic has proven that a lot of things can happen, i.e., certain people can work from home, jobs that they claim couldn't be worked from home, people are working from home. We're seeing that some things can be done, period. I know when I was flying, my last couple of flights, the airport was spotless. And that's rare at most airports. The seating isn't spotless. I used to go and wipe it down. I'm not talking about in the plane. I'm talking about in the terminal. The terminals were disgusting. And the last couple of times that I flew, it was so clean. And I would get there early enough because I like early morning flights, like in the middle of the night type flights, super, super early in the morning flights. So I would get there where the stores are still closed and stuff like that. And so I would see when the people would come in and clean and sanitize. And I'm like, honestly, y'all should have been doing this. Y'all should have been doing this. But hey, it took a whole pandemic for y'all to prove that the things that should be standard, working from home and shorter work weeks and free lunch for people and all this other stuff, should have been what it is. So leave a comment down below. Let me know what else you guys want to talk about. I'm going to end this live because I think I want to talk about Amber. No, I think we kind of expounded on Amber, unless it was something else y'all want to talk about Miss Amber. But it is what it is. It comes with the territory. Like, and I guess that's what I'm saying. Like, I don't have much to say about it because to me, it comes with the territory. To be perfectly honest with you, you want to have this open relationship. That every single last person that I know that has had this type of relationship, all the way down to a polyamorous relationship, it comes with the territory. One of them gonna go left. So it takes an agreement and respecting the agreement to really, really have success in a polyamorous relationship and open relationships, non-traditional relationships. Both people have to be committed to what you said that y'all were going to do. But I just think that it just opens a can of worms. I'm not built for it. I'm not built for any of it. And we could talk about that one day. Are you built for a polyamorous relationship? One day I want to talk about issues in the woke community. Okay. All right. I'm writing it down. I think tomorrow, yeah, I was going to say, I want to talk about I'm thinking non-traditional families, non-traditional marriages, because like I said, sometime this week, either Thursday or Friday, I do want to talk about how do you know that this person is the one, this whole thing. But what's happening is there's so many things that are non-traditional that's happening. Women are proposing to men. A lot of people are engaged for 10, 15 years. That's weird to me, but okay. You have polyamorous relationships that are gaining popularity more, open relationships. And like someone said, very popular in Hollywood. So maybe that's what we'll talk about tomorrow. But I kind of, y'all know me. I do have to get some mature grown woman, let's grow together conversation as well. So tomorrow we shall see. But I definitely wrote a note on that. And I also wrote a note on the other topic that you guys wanted to discuss. So if you're just joining in, you like what you hear, or you've been watching, tuning in, kind of like in the bushes or whatever, go ahead and hit the like button. No matter what platform you're on. My main platform is YouTube. So find me on YouTube, hit the like button, share, but more importantly, interact. I like the interaction. So I always say, don't just subscribe, but make sure that you interact at the same time. Now, if you're catching a replay, hey, I missed you. How are you? You good? Good. So I hope this video finds you well. If you're catching a replay, this is Melissa. I'm your host, and I am here Monday and Tuesday, 4 o'clock East Coast, Eastern Standard Time, and I'm sorry, 4 o'clock Greater Mountain Time, so Pacific, East Coast, West Coast, 7 o'clock East Coast. Whew. So Monday and Tuesday, and then Thursday and Friday. I'll jump on a Wednesday as a surprise, as a, it's going down, something like that. But other than that, those are my 2 days, and then I get the Wednesday off. So if you're catching the replay, go ahead and leave a comment down below. If there's something that we discussed and you're watching it, leave a comment. I promise you, I'll pop right up and answer you in it, because I get the comments. If you're catching a replay and you're like, oh, okay, I want to know her opinion on XYZ, go ahead and leave a comment down below, or you can email me. My email address, I get people emailing me all the time. Can you talk about this? Can you talk about that? Unless you want me to share that you're the one that requested that topic, I keep it private. I don't tell anybody who requested the subject. As you can see, I just talk about it. And that's that. So it is time to go, I think. In the challenge, I saw a girl make it the whole way. Yes, Tanya, I did see the girl make it the whole way. And not only did she make it the whole way, she had on heels. Let me see if let me see if I recorded it. I did see her make it the whole way, and sister was in heels. Yeah. So anyway, I did see that. So yeah, I did see that she did make it the whole way, and she made it in heels. I have not seen, I saw a man make it up and down, but he didn't make it all the way down. He crashed. So far, I only seen a woman make it all the way. So that's that, until the next challenge that they're going to come out with. But y'all, thank you for tuning in live. Thank you for your interaction. Thank you for your super chats. Thank you for your super stickers. And it's not too late to do that if you want to, but you know, more importantly, thank you for your engagement. Thank you for your support as my sisters. Some of you view me as your older sister, depending on how old you are, and I love that. It's absolutely a blessing for sure. So with that being said, we've said all, we got the business out the way, meaning go ahead and like, subscribe, all that beautiful stuff. And I've just been kind of sharing this each live, you know, because there's a lot of beef and foolishness and mayhem going on in the world, you know, between politics and, you know, illnesses and this, that, and the other. And then people are really getting ugly. You know, I saw this article where it was reporting how parents are now attacking teachers. So this parent attacked a teacher, and I don't want to get on this. We'll talk about it tomorrow. This parent attacked a teacher because the teacher was wearing a mask. And you also see where people are attacking workers that are showing up to work at restaurants and stuff like that. Y'all, be kind to people that decided to show up, because these places are so under staffed that the wait lists are long and stuff like that. So I want to share this before I exit out, which is, when you finally learn that a person's behavior has more to do with their own internal struggle than you learn grace. I'm going to say it one more time. When you finally realize that a person's behavior has more to do with their internal struggle. So you're dealing with somebody, you feel like they hate you, you feel like they're mean to you, you feel like no matter how much you've tried to be their friend, they're awful and everything else. It may not have anything to do with you. It may have to do with their internal struggle. Once you realize that, you apply grace and move on about your business. That don't mean you accept abuse. But you apply grace and you move on. Release them. Release it. Okay. Superstar says, yes, she's seen that. So yeah, y'all. I was thinking about coming on later. Superstar says, yes, release these people, y'all. Release people. Just release them. I can't say it enough. I'm going to say it, and I'm going to share that until it's sunken into everyone that joins my live. People's behavior 9 times out of 10. Now, here's the thing. Take responsibility if you know that you've been a trash person, you've been a trash friend or whatever. Like, if you know that it's something in you, it's your internal struggle while you're treating someone a certain way, then you need to deal with that. And you still need to apply grace. Apply grace to yourself. Forgive yourself and let it go. But a lot of times you're in external conflicts with people who are dealing with their own issues. And that's that. So, okay. Yes. Please come on later. I love your lives. Okay, so it's gonna be much later because I'm gonna run to the gym, and it'll be when I come back. So I was thinking about testing that time slot to see how many of y'all would still be awake and still be on just to chit chat with me and see whatever. I gotta hang up some clothes too, so maybe that, you know, I'll be on live because while I do that. But knowing me, I probably won't because I'm just so stinking private when it comes to that. My favorite snack. Yes, honey. These Welch's, listen. We get them for the kids. And they know too. That little one, she know that box. She know that box, child. They're so good. They're the best too. They're the best kind. The Walmart brand Smileys are really good too. Full of sugar. Don't need them. But hey. Okay, friends. So it's 9 o'clock where I am. I'll be asleep. But good night, girl. I know. That's why I like the 4 o'clock lives. Because it hits y'all right at the sweet spot for me. And it's super early here. Good night, superstar. I love y'all relationship. I love it that you guys are related to each other. So anyway, friends, remember that. And I'll see you guys tomorrow. Bye-bye.